So the answer I'm about to provide applies to everybody, regardless of age, which is you want to make sure that you view things both close up and far away across your day. This is an unprecedented event in human history, as far as we know, because it wasn't until the advent of the smartphone that we've spent so much time looking at screens at close range relative to looking at things at further distances from our face throughout the day. In fact, it should come as no surprise that the incidence of myopia, of nearsightedness, is increasing dramatically around the world, but is increasing particularly fast in children and in young adults and even in adults who are viewing things at very close range, so 2.5 feet or less. However, if you want your vision to be maintained or even improve, it's going to be very important for you to view things at a distance as well, for ideally several hours per day. And when that happens, the lens, which of course is in the front of the eyeball, which focuses the light onto the back of the eyeball, which is where the so-called neural retina is, where the cells that sense light are, that visual image lands in front of, as opposed to directly on, the light sensing portion of the eyeball that we call the neural retina. In farsightedness, the opposite happens. Kids that spend the vast amount of their time looking at things up close, in particular children who do that indoors for most of their waking time, well, those kids develop myopia. What's interesting, and I think most people don't realize, is that even as a young adult and perhaps even as an older adult, an elderly person, looking at things up close too much at the expense of getting some time viewing things at a distance, in particular outdoors, can be very problematic because it can exacerbate myopia.